Seikaiji no minasan, konnichiwa. We have yet another video for you about New Year's. This time we have terms or words that are related to the New Year's in Japan. I have kind of like my top 10 words that I think are important to know for this New Year's season in Japan. So I hope you like these. We're going to jump right into it. It's a good way to learn kanji or different Japanese words. So when you hear them during this time of the year, you'll go, I know what that is. Thanks to Shoyu Japanese, right? Anyway, the Romaji that I have written on this is supposed to be the same way that it's written in Hiragana or Katakana. And then you can take a look at the kanji if you want to familiarize yourself with that. I put them in chronological order because I just thought it'd be kind of cool to catch the image in time order. So the first term that I have is Omisoka. Omisoka. Omisoka is, can you guess? New Year's Eve. Omisoka is New Year's Eve. And on Omisoka, food that people eat is Toshikoshi Soba. Toshikoshi Soba. Toshi meaning year, koshi meaning to pass over, and soba is the buckwheat noodles, right? Soba. So anyway, these are the noodles that are eaten on New Year's Eve. So this is the interesting thing about Toshikoshi Soba. It symbolizes the passing over into the new year, but there's different meanings behind Toshikoshi Soba, it seems. The one I think that makes the most sense, since you eat it on New Year's Eve, is that they say that buckwheat noodles are break very easily. And so as you eat the buckwheat noodles, it's kind of like leaving the things of the former year in that year as you head into the new year. I kind of like that one. That was kind of cool. But again, you only eat it on New Year's Eve. You're not supposed to eat it on New Year's Day. A lot of people eat it for kind of a late dinner or right before the new year. They head into the new year. This picture that I have here was made by my sister-in-law, actually in Okinawa. Looks pretty good, huh? So that's Toshikoshi Soba. The next word is Oshogatsu. Oshogatsu is probably the most important word that we have here. It's New Year's Day. Oshogatsu is New Year's Day. So that's what that is. And on that day, we have a lot of things that we do for the first time, right? We want to set new goals, we want to do all these kinds of things. And one of the things that people do is Hatsu Hinode. Hatsu Hinode, that's our next word here. Hatsu Hinode is the first sunrise. This picture here is from, I think, about 3 or 4 years ago of my first sunrise that I had. A lot of people like to do the Hatsu Hinode at the beach. Sometimes there's a really nice lake or different places. This is at kind of a park where I like to go with my father-in-law year after year after year. We haven't done it for a while though. But a couple of years ago, we went to the beach and the horizon was filled with clouds, so we didn't get a chance to see it. It was freezing cold. But anyway, hopefully we can try and do that again sometime in the future. Hatsu Hinode. This is kind of like a picture of what you want to see Hatsu Hinode as, right? But this is actually a sunset. Anyway, next one. We got to eat on Oshogatsu, and that is Osechi Ryouri. So I showed this to you in my video just a couple of days ago. So Osechi Ryouri is the traditional New Year's meal. So interesting thing about Osechi Ryouri is that before, stores were closed on the first 3 days of the year. So Osechi Ryouri was meant to last the first few days of the year until the stores opened, was what that was. But now, because everything is commercialized, you can get food anytime you want, right? Anyway, so that's what that is, Osechi Ryouri. And this picture here is what I got at my in-laws this year. Really good stuff. And along with that, we have Ozouni. Ozouni is the traditional New Year's soup that is often served with the New Year's meal. And Ozouni often has rice cakes in it, or mochi, that's served with it. The interesting thing about Ozouni is that depending on the regions in Japan, they have different soup bases. Like my mother-in-law here made this Ozouni, which is kind of like a clear soup base. But my aunt in Hawaii makes a shoyu-based Ozouni. And I heard there's like a miso based Ozouni too. This soup also has like a symbolic meaning of wishing for prosperity as you eat it on the New Year's for good luck. That's kind of like what that is. And then the next one is Kagami Mochi. Kagami Mochi, Kagami is mirror, and Mochi again rice cake. But Kagami Mochi is another symbolic food. He's symbolizing a traditional bronze mirror from some kind of sacred mirror from the past. But when you look at Kagami Mochi, there's two different levels, and the first level mochi and the second level mochi, that kind of symbolizes the former year and the new year. The next one, kids love this. My kids love this. Otoshidama. Otoshidama are monetary New Year's gifts that come in these little envelopes. And this is what my kids got this year. So they got a bunch of money, made them happy. They love that stuff. So the adults give this to their kids, their nieces, their nephews, or people that they know that they're close to, and pass it on to them. A lot of times Otoshidama seems to be a lot bigger than Christmas gifts here in Japan. So next one, Nengajou. Nengajou here, this picture of the Nengajou are New Year greeting cards that are usually in the form of postcards. And these are similar to, I guess, Christmas cards that we have in the US, right? So send these cards out to your friends and loved ones. And a couple of interesting things about Nengajou. One thing is, like, if you have a family member or relative that passes away, then usually you send out a postcard before the new year just to notify your friends and family not to send out Nengajou, because in that year you're trying to mourn the loss of that loved one. So you tell them not to send you Nengajou during that year. It's kind of like a respectful thing that they do. The other thing is that's kind of cool. I'll just show you this Nengajou here because from our car dealership. But on all Nengajou, most Nengajou, you have these lucky numbers here. So you can check the newspaper to see if your lucky number is called. And even sometimes just the ending of your parts of the number, if they're listed, you can win things. One year we got stamps from the post office, and then another year we got a set of postcards too. So it's kind of cool when you get stuff right. And the last one on the list is Fukubukuro. Fukubukuro are fuku means happiness, and bukuro or fukuro means bag. So it's the bag filled with happiness. When you go to the shopping malls here in Japan, you can see the Fukubukuro lined up. I don't have a picture here, but like I should have took a picture. I was just at the shopping mall tonight and I saw bags listed with 3,000 yen, 5,000 yen, and 10,000 yen. So basically, you just take the bag and you pay the money. And inside the bag, there's usually stuff in there that exceeds the money that you paid in there. I've seen people who buy 10,000 yen Fukubukuro and they actually get like over $1,000 worth of stuff in it. So it's kind of cool. And then, you know, there's also the not so good perspective of the Fukubukuro, because some people say the store is just trying to get rid of their old stock, which is true, but you can get a lot of good stuff in there. And then some other people complain about saying that if you go to a clothing store, you don't know what size you're getting. But then again, they're getting progressive too, because in some stores, they have the Fukubukuro lined up according to sizes so that you won't miss out on your size. So it's pretty cool. Again, I think I said that Hawaii also has this too, because I've been to the shopping mall. Ala Moana Shopping Center has it there. But anyway, kind of a fun thing, Fukubukuro. Anyway, this is my top 10 list of words and terms that are good to know for the new year. I hope you like this. I hope you stayed to the end. Are you still here? If you know any other terms that are related to the new year, go ahead and put them in the comments. Be pretty interested to see what you guys know. Again, this is just a short list, but I think a very important group of words that are related to the New Year's in Japan. So when this time of the year comes around, you don't feel left out and you don't feel lost. But when you hear it, you think, I know what that is. Again, thanks to Shoyu Japanese, right? Anyway, I'll be starting work in the next couple of days, so I won't be able to dish this out as much, but I hope to be putting stuff out consistently, more consistently this year. Hope you enjoy the journey with me. subscribe, like, Anyway, until the next video, またね